I've been very, light touch with AI in terms of, agentic development for Signal. As folks who
Say
watch
what
this.
Signal is for folks who don't know what Signal is.
Oh, sure, yes. Last September, as a company, Futurum, we built a new comparative tool to help companies and both technology providers and enterprises kind of better assess where a solution in a given competitive space is going to be in terms of value in the next 6 months or so. So if you're trying to figure out what you want to do for agentic AI platforms, for instance, we will have a signal coming out in the next couple of weeks that will look at those solutions to help you make those determinations according to a very detailed set of questions and rubrics for how you would score the answers to those questions for those vendors. What is their practice for security? What is their a multi-cloud strategy? Things like that, all the way through their business value, through go to market, through actual technical capabilities. And we built this tool to be agentically created. It's very much an analyst over the loop, in the loop, and after the loop mechanism, but it's very AI driven because just as we've talked about, the sheer scope and scale of what's shaping a given industry is changing from hour to hour. We thought, wow, if you look at the traditional comparatives that you have in this space from analyst firms like ourselves, you got like a 6-month run up time between when somebody thinks about a product to when they actually finish the report. Another 4 weeks before it gets published. It's already useless. It was useless before it was published. In
That was
other
a great
words,
report a year and a half ago, but I'm not sure what I do with it
while it
now.
was being conceived, it was a fantastic report.
Yeah. So at the
so
time, it
so we
was
built this
brilliant.
thing to run agentically is a very complex set of tools, which now is numbering well over 15,000 lines of Python for this. As you might imagine, I tiptoe through that garden because every time I touch it, I'm like, oh, what are the unanticipated outcomes of this little venture I'm taking
Ripple
through the
effects in
garden?
something that big, no doubt. Yeah.
Correct. So I was, I would, I use a virtual environments and a VM that's secured, and then inside of that, I will take like per folder security as like I will trust certain folders for certain things. But I was like every single turn in a conversation with the agentic tool, I would approve everything. So I was expanding the code, checking out what was changing, and initially that was a really good practice because the tooling was, trying to just do everything in memory as a cache within context. So it would load in a py file and start to work with the text in memory. And as you might imagine, in a ballistic system, it probably broke
Yeah. At some point,
a lot of
memory's
time.
full, things
Yeah,
get flushed.
almost every time. It was not very reliable for that. So that's why I had to look, and then I would always be backing out and saying, nope, nope, don't do that. Do this. Well, once the harness for Gemini CLI in particular changed its methodology to take on a more bash shell mentality for
Mm.
working with files. So
Hmm.
it's grep said awk to work with files and change files. It's like really accurate and very reliable. So I have gone full YOLO in doing the in code changes, like the larger changes for, deleting files and such, I still approve, but within the scope of a task, whether I'm using planning or I'm just doing a quick change, I'll let it run because what I've discovered, and this is like just, how our industry and our jobs every day, we're reminded how little we know.
Yes. I'm still learning much more than I thought I ever would.
Right. It's just shocking how good these agents are, these models are, I should say.
Hmm.
At sort of not just traversing complex landscapes and looking for patterns in them, but for taking on higher order logical functions and reasoning across those landscapes.